Hello, it's me again, Mr. Eric. Time for another YouTube video, and this one's going to be on why you should read the Bible for yourself. And this is not a Bible YouTube channel. This is just Eric's YouTube channel. So I do one video about my chickens, and another one about my greenhouse, and one about my guitar playing. And I don't normally do Bible videos. In fact, I don't even want to do this one, but I saw this thing on YouTube the other day. It was some preachers talking about the identity of the final king of the South. The king of the South that will be reigning at the time of the apocalypse. And I was kind of excited and I was real let down when I watched the video. It wasn't nothing like I thought it was going to be. So I thought, well, this is kind of like a rebuttal to that. But anyways, this video isn't even going to be about that prophecy. I want to make a video about Bible prophecy in the end times. But this one's just going to be about why you should read the Bible, because I don't want to have to put two of them together and have, a real long video. But anyways, these preachers were either lying, or they just didn't know what they were talking about, or maybe they were just being manipulative, because everybody on this planet has got some kind of socio-political agenda. And at least in this country, and probably it's spreading earthwide by now, people have a financial agenda. So if a preacher thinks something's going to offend you, he'll keep it to himself. That's why churches that are real filled with racists, even if you get a good preacher in there and he recognizes that everyone in his church is a racist, that's the main thing he should address in that church, but he never will, because people won't pay him. But political agendas are even worse, because if you listen to political candidates, and I don't, but I heard just on the news, I heard the guy that's the president now was talking, and man, he sounded so good that I almost was drawn in, but I know that politicians don't normally tell the truth, so if they say something that I really like, I'll turn it off just so I don't get wrapped up in it. But preachers have that, they may have good reason for it, Some preachers, I guess, probably they think Democrats are out to save the world, so they want you to be a Democrat. They got enough knowledge about the Bible that they could find a few scriptures say that you have to be a Democrat. And if the preachers are Republican, same thing. He'll find some scriptures to show you that you need to be a Republican. So you really don't want to just leave your spiritual well-being in the hands of an individual. And I'm not saying that this is not a video about preachers are bad, because I've had some really bad preachers that have really done horrible things to me and my family, and I don't mean a preacher, I mean a bunch of them at different times. But I've had a whole bunch of really nice people that was preachers come over here after the hurricane and rebuild my house out of love. So that's not what this video is about. But it's about just taking control of your own spiritual life. Because if you put your trust in somebody to handle your spirituality, I don't even want to put my trust in somebody to fix my car, because mechanics, first off, they don't know everything, and secondly, they get paid commission for how much they can sell you. So, you go in there with a loose oil cap, they'll tell you need a new transmission, and there's a lot of them that do that, and that's just a car. There's other people that put all their faith in doctors. They'll smoke cigarettes, overeat, overdrink, and then, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, when it's time to pay the piper, oh, my back hurts and my doctor won't fix it, so I'm going to sue him. I can't breathe right, my lungs are all plugged up, my doctor can't fix it, I'm going to sue him. My heart, just on and on and on, liver. So it's stupid to put your physical well-being into a man. You sure don't want to put your spiritual well-being into a human being, because if you destroy your health, the worst that can happen is you'll just die, and that's going to happen even if you take care of your health. And if you put your spiritual well-being into the hands of someone else, the worst that can happen is that you lose your relationship with the only being in the universe that's ever made the claim that they could resurrect you. So you lose your everlasting life by putting your spiritual well-being into the hands of somebody else, and especially if it's somebody you pay. You know, you think, oh, my preacher, he's motivated to save my life. Well, I guarantee if you're paying him, he's motivated for money too. But in any case, you know, that I'm going to make a video about the identity of the King of the North and the King of the South. It's a simple one, and I didn't understand it the first time I read the Bible, but every time you read the Bible, you start picking up on things from other books of the Bible that build on, when you build your knowledge from all the other books, then when you get to something tricky or seemingly tricky, then it comes right into your head because you've got all that background. And you know, what really upset me about the identity of the King of the South video is that when I went looking for other videos, there really wasn't anything else out there. You know, for some reason, nobody's trying to identify the King of the South or the King of the North. And the goofy thing about it is that the King of the South is a given. Why in the world they're trying to identify the King of the South, I don't know. That's basically the Bible tells you. That's the easy one. The King of the North is always kind of a wild card, and I've heard people before trying to guess what that would be. And I mean, in my heart, I know who it is, but until, you know, a lot of prophecies, until they're fulfilled, you really don't know. But the King of the South, that's a given. That's an easy one. You don't have to wait any for that. That's already been revealed for 100 years. Oh well, I guess that's it. My next video will be identifying the reigning king for the time of the end.